Alright, so we have a 2005 R6, and today I'm going to disassemble the switch manifold right here. Pretty much most motorcycles are exactly the same. I'm having troubles with the blinker when I blink. It might be the switch relay, but I'm coming to the conclusion that there's gunk inside there. So I'm going to disassemble it and take it apart. Now, I got a GB500 over here. And its switch manifold is exactly the same, so there might be a slight difference. There might be a slight difference in the modules, but it should be the same. So I've already unscrewed one screw. Just screw at the bottom right here. So as you can see, there's two screws at the bottom. You're going to want to unscrew this one, and then you're going to want to unscrew this one right here with a Phillips screwdriver. So I'm going to unscrew this like so. Okay, so after unscrewing both these screws, I'm going to separate this. And as you can see, here's the switch right there. And you can see all that gunk up and in there. So I'm going to go, probably take some electrical cleaner or WD-40 and clean that all out. Get this to focus real quick. There you go. You see how nasty that is? And then the other part looks fairly clean, so clean this real quick. So we're going to use some electrical cleaner, some stuff I got from AutoZone, fairly cheap. And what we're going to do is take this and spray it up in here. Okay, so I've cleaned it out a little bit. I'm going to now turn over the bike just to check if the blinkers work. If so, good to go. If not, I'm going to go further in disassembling this. So let's do that now. Get the key. Turn off. We don't need it completely on. Switch. Blinker on. Yeah, there we go. Push turn off. Good. Let's try the right. Push. I guess with the push of the right, it's starting to blink too. Was I pushing it all the way or what? There we go. And left works. Right. Right's a little iffy. It doesn't like to stay. Alright, so we're going to go further in depth with disassembling this unit. So I think I'm going to first start off with removing this screw right here. It's above the switch module, and it kind of is holding in the main wires for the unit. So I'm going to take that out, unscrew it right now. Okay, so I've unscrewed this screw right here, which holds this bracket in. I'm going to now remove this bracket, not lose that screw. There we are. And it leaves us with this, with all the wires. So, I mean, so far so good. Next, I'm going to remove this screw right here that holds in the switch plate. Okay, so I've unscrewed this screw that holds in the switch. So I'm going to pop that out like so. Ooh, look at all that gunk. We're going to have to clean this out really good. You can see the bottom of the plate right here. All gunktified, look at that. It's got some oil, which is needed, so we're going to clean it and then probably put a little bit of oil on it just to make sure everything moves smoothly. Next, we are going to take, let's say, yeah, right, here we go. We're going to take this screw right there. We're going to take that out. And then we're going to move this brass plate right here. Okay, so I've removed the screw, or I've unscrewed it. I'm about to remove it. And we're going to take this plate out, get the screw. Oops, where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Make sure you keep all your plates and screws together so you don't get confused. So you can see all the wiring in there. And we're going to go in there with a Q-tip and clean all that up. And you can see right here, okay, you can see all the wiring in here. We're come in, clean up with Q-tip, and if you can see right here, this part where the switch holds onto, I can get it right there, focus it better. There we go. That is the part that's going to be most needed in cleaning. But yeah, just come in here, clean everything up. I don't really think there's going to be any more screws I need to remove. No, there is not. Okay, so I'm going to come in, clean it up, and show you the results after. As I was cleaning, I noticed that you can remove this thing, and you can get to the bottom of it and clean around it, make sure everything's super clean. Just a little tidbit. Okay, so inside this little thing, this little white piece, there is a spring and ball that go in it. And it goes in like so. Let's see if I can do this. The spring goes in the hole, and that ball goes in right in after it. Okay, so I kind of skipped a step because I couldn't really reassemble this with one hand. So there's a spring and a ball that go in that white bracket. There's a spring that goes through the cylinder, and then the ball, you just push it on the top, and it kind of just stays in place. Hopefully it doesn't spring out on you. It kind of did that on me. Just gotta be patient with it and just work with it. Then you push that back into its place, and you take this brass bracket that we took when we were taking it off, and you see how it hooks right up there? You're going to push that in, and then you're going to take this screw and screw it in, and this bracket holds in this white piece, so you don't have to worry about it falling out or anything. Next, we are going to take the switch, which is right here. This is assembled for you in case you forgot. I'm going to show you how the washers go in the screw. So there's also a copper plate. It's on the ground. Here it is. That goes on it, and I'm going to put it onto the switch real quick so you see how it goes. Okay, so I have it reassembled, and you have the silver plate on top. Alright, the switch is like this. You've got the copper plate, or shiny plate, whatever you want to. It's copper, brass. It goes on the bottom, and that screw goes right through both of them. So you got that washer there. You've got the screw, then you got the silver plate, and then it goes in the copper, and it goes right into that little slot up here. So it should look like so. I got shaky hands. There we go. And we're going to take that, and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to just slide it up underneath that white piece and screw it back in. So we can go ahead and do that. Okay, so we have it put back in place, and it should move now, like so. So we're going to start up the bike and make sure it works before we reassemble everything. So let's go ahead and do that. Switch the key. The old R6 going. As you can see, left blinker works. Turn that off. Let's see if the right one works. And the right one works as well. Then back to the left, double check. Make sure everything. Back to the right. Alright, so that's good. Get all that gunk out there. So we only have one more bracket left. And that is this piece right here. If you can see it, there it is. So this goes back over the wire harness. How'd that go? It goes this way into the housing. So I'm going to screw that in real quick. Okay, so now that we have the bracket put back in, like that, see it, it's flush, everything capiche. We are going to put it back on the handlebar. Like so. So it's in there, clamped back on, kind of rotate it. We're going to put in the 2 long screws. We got these 2 screws. One of them goes up there, and the other one goes down there. There we go. So we screw those back in. As you screw them in, make sure that they are semi-tight, and then rotate it to your desired fixation, I guess, for where you kind of want your thumb to be.